Well, welcome everybody. I'm Mr. Stauffer and I get to be the principal at Sherman. I hope you enjoyed that video. We just wanted to show a little bit about the things that we really care about the most and what we're really working on this year, and that is teaching your kids. And students, we're here for you. Again, thank you for being here. We're glad you're spending a little bit of your time with us this evening. As we get going, I want to also identify a couple people who are helping us in the background as producers. Mr. Keefe and Mrs. Miller in the background, and they're going to be helping us throughout this broadcast. It is a live broadcast, and it's a new thing for us, so hopefully it comes across with the right message that we're intending. If you are on Facebook Live, below the screen right here that you're observing this, you'll have an opportunity to put any questions or comments that you have, and we'll have Mr. Keefe and Mrs. Miller monitoring them and letting us know so we can make sure we answer those questions as they come. Also, if you are on YouTube, you will have on your right hand of your screen, right here on this side, you will also be able to do the same thing and put your comments and your questions, and we will get to answer them as quickly as possible. Again, welcome, and thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Hello, Gators. We are so excited that you could join us tonight, and hopefully you got a little taste of that video, and we wanted to express just our gratitude and for your support as we were thrust into what we like to refer to as crisis learning last spring. And we're also super excited. All of our teachers are really ready to express some of the quality learning experiences that the kids are going to jump into from the lessons that we've learned. And we like to refer to that, what we're about ready to jump into this fall, is distance learning. So the difference between the two, and both of those are going to be relying upon the kids, the parents, and the teachers all working together. And I have no doubt in my mind that the Gators will prevail in this effort. Now for a couple of housekeeping items. So our office hours, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our office hours, to our office that will be staffed to answer the phones, answer emails. The phones will be staffed in the office from 8 a.m. until 3 every day. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Also, we are going to continue to offer lunches here at the school from 11:15 until 12:15 every day. So if you are able to come over and grab those lunches, they will be ready for you. Thanks to a grant, Sherman has the ability to give our breakfast similar to how they did in the fall, and lunches for free to Sherman students. If you are picking up a lunch for a middle schooler or high schooler, those will be charged at the respective rates of those kiddos.
Thank you, Mr. Channer. Appreciate that. A couple other details that we've been asked frequently have to be with communication. What is the way that in which the school is going to communicate with us? Well, one way, if you see down along the bottom, along the rolling board down there, we have a Facebook, a YouTube page, and a Twitter page. We highly recommend following those. We do post a lot of information of upcoming activities, recent announcements, and basically anything else we have going on. We try to give you good feedback there. This year also, and many of you are probably familiar with this mechanism, and it's called Remind. It's an app that actually sends you text alerts, and we are now using it district-wide. So that will become more of a frequent reminder and a frequent used app that we will be sending out weekly communications. Now, in those communications, here's some things that you can expect. First, from the administrative team, from Mr. Channer and myself. We will send out a weekly video in which we bring you updated to things that might be transpiring that week. We'll also have some other items that might be in there of interest for you. That will be done and posted on Facebook, YouTube, and pushed out through Remind. And so you can expect to receive that every Monday. Now, the teachers will also be talking about their communication with you. There's a couple of venues in which they will use, but we'll have them talk about that as they meet and greet you here in just a few minutes. Now, another question that we're typically asked and a worry that comes across from parents, and it's an understandable one, is what platforms are we going to be using on our iPads or our kids? What are they going to be using? And the good news is for those of you who are with us during the crisis learning, we are going to be using Teams and Flipgrid. Those are going to be two of our predominant ones. Now, there will be some grade-specific platforms, and again, each teacher will work with those. But for Monday, really be looking for Teams and Flipgrid. We do have one additional platform that will be new, but it will also be a huge help for parents, and it's called Otis. Shortly, you'll be receiving an email from the Nampa School District with a code that will help you link all of your kids. If you have more than one kid in the Nampa School District, it will link all of them to where you can see all of your students' assignments, where they need to get the assignments, and how they're progressing on those assignments, including seeing what their current grades are. So a much better platform to help you as parents stay really up to date with what is taking place on a day-to-day basis with your students. Now, these are going to be the main primary ones that we use. Again, our teachers will spend a little bit of time talking about those platforms that they will be using for you. And at this point in time, we're going to start moving in and introducing our teachers. First, with our first grade teachers. They are excited and here to help you and help your kids feel welcome. And we're excited to turn some time over to them.
Hi, first grade. My name is Nicole Vigil, and this is our first grade student teacher, Alana O'Brien. This year, we will learn lots of things together. We will learn how to be amazing readers. We will become mathematicians, scientists, and we'll learn how to be kind citizens. As you know, we're starting the year with distance learning. So get ready to meet virtually with your teachers and your classmates every day. Today, I want to show you two really important school tools. Remember that tools are something that help us to complete a job or a task. So our first really important school tool is going to be your iPad. You turn your iPad on right here on the top. Your iPad is going to be very helpful to help you to communicate with your teachers and your classmates. It's also where we will complete most of our learning. And if we have any practice sheets, you'll complete them in your iPad as well. So remember to charge your iPad every night. The other important tool is this pen. This pen allows you to write on your iPad. It only writes in digital platforms, so it has to be just for the iPad. To turn your pen on, you need to find the orange tab, and you hold it down until the little green light comes on. Once a week, you're going to have to charge your pen, and to do that, you flip this orange cap and you plug your iPad charger into it. Super easy. These tools are so important, so remember to take extra good care of your iPad, your pen, and your charger. And you can store your pen right in here so you don't lose it. I am so excited to meet my class on Monday at 8:20. So make sure you get your iPad out, log into Teams, and we are going to have so much fun. Now, Ms. Cook would like to share some tools that you will use for student communication.
Hello, friends. I am so excited to see all of you soon. I am Miss Cook, and I am going to be talking to you today about one of the platforms we are going to be using. This is a super important platform that we are going to use, so I really want to make sure you understand it. This platform is called Teams. Everything we do comes through Teams. All of our assignments, our morning meetings, our small group meetings, everything sits in Teams. So it's really important that we know how to get there. So I'm going to show you today. So your iPad looks just like my iPad right now. You are going to come and find our purple guys with the T. And you are going to click on it. And when you click on it, you're going to see all the different teams that you are in. In first grade, we have a lot of teams to help us so that we know where all of our assignments are and all of our meetings take place. Every day, we are going to start in our morning meeting team. Our morning meeting team will always start at 8:20, so we are so excited to start on Monday at that time. You'll click on the team, and when the video is live, you'll hit the join button. We can also find all of our meetings in the calendar. It is down here at the bottom. This will help us when we are doing our small group meetings. We can also find our assignments down here too. We can click on that and then click on the team that is doing what we need to be doing. You can also find your assignments in your own team. So if you have a math assignment, you can click on the math team and it will be there. I know that we're starting in distance learning, but we can't wait to see you when we do get to come back and it is safe. We are so excited. I can't wait to see my class on Monday at 8:20. I'm now going to have Miss Lowe tell you about the materials that you got when you picked up your device.
Hi, I am Miss Lowe, and I'm so excited to be teaching first grade this year. We're going to have so much fun together, and we're going to learn so many interesting things. I can't wait for you to grow as a reader, writer, mathematician, friend, and member of the community. Since we are starting our learning online, we thought it would be helpful to send home some things for you. In the bags you got, there was a pack of crayons, 2 pencils, and a pencil sharpener. You can use these tools to help you with your distance learning. In your bag, you also got a wide-ruled notebook. This notebook will be used to help you answer questions, share ideas, practice your handwriting, and so much more. We also sent some workbooks home. These workbooks will be used to review, practice, and learn things throughout the year. The first workbook we sent home was our Reader's Notebook. This workbook will help you as you build your foundational reading skills. The next workbook we sent home was our math workbook. This workbook will help you develop mathematical skills as well. The last workbook we sent home was our Common Core Writing Handbook. This will help you learn how to write, share your ideas, and communicate your thoughts in writing. These workbooks, since they are done on paper, there will be a different way to turn them in. So what you'll do is you'll go to your camera app and take a picture of your workbook assignment. You will then use that picture and upload it to Teams. But don't worry, we will practice this and talk about it more later. I'm so excited to get to work with you, and this is going to be an amazing year. I'm now going to let Ms. Plaschka talk about how we will communicate with parents.
Hello, I am Ms. Plaschka, and I am so excited to be teaching first grade this year. I'm very excited to meet everyone virtually at 8:20 for our first morning meeting on Monday. Distance learning requires teamwork, and teamwork requires clear communication between the teacher and parents. Our main method of communication will be through the Remind app. In Remind, we will send out announcements and important information about school and what's coming next. If you have any questions, you as parents can reply directly to your child's teacher. If you have already signed up, great. You've probably seen a couple announcements from one of us already. If not, please sign up as soon as possible. This will be an essential form of communication this year. Another platform that we'll be using regularly to communicate is Otis. This is where you will find a daily assignment list. You will also be able to view your students' academic progress on the standards. 2020 has been wild for all of us. No one can get through this troubling time alone, so we are happy and ready to support you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns. We are here and we will hear you. And remember, it's great to
See you later.
Hey, first grade, Mr. Keefe here. We had a couple of questions that have came in while you guys were talking, and great job, by the way. That was awesome. The first question here is saying, how long are the morning meetings on Monday morning for the first graders?
So generally, our morning meeting will be about 20 minutes. I imagine that the first day, because we'll be waiting for everyone to get used to their technology, get logged on, I think it'll probably be a little bit longer, perhaps 30 to 40 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And we had a second question that came in asking if there are any supplies that might be needed for any kids besides the stuff that were on the list that was sent home.
At this time, no, there will not be any other needed materials. If needed materials come up, we as a team will bring them in a non-contactless delivery system.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Checking to see if there are any other questions that are coming through. I am not seeing any, but if anybody is watching this right now and you have questions, please feel free to put it into the chat and we can answer them as we go. I do see one here that I will jump in and answer. It's saying, where do we get the Otis login information? Kimberly, that will come through district mail, either via physical mail or it'll be on email. Other than that, though, I'm going to bring Mr. Stauffer back into this. And Mr. Stauffer, I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here. So last year, your son Carter was in a first grade classroom. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was in first grade last year, believe it or not. And he actually graduated. He moved on to second grade. I was really proud of him for being able to do that.
Yes, and I heard some great things at first grade. So for a second, can you take your principal hat off and talk about what the first grade teachers did last year and kind of give some tips for success for this upcoming, actually next week?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do my best. You know, one of the things that we learned about is that the environment around your son or daughter plays a big role in what happens. One of the things that I was really appreciative for first grade is they did an excellent job of continuing to teach kids how to read and how to do math. It was a continuous cycle for them. One of the things that we had to learn really was how to watch the videos and get on live. And once that was learned, it was pretty seamless and pretty easy. Every once in a while, you do have those little bugs that you have in technology that we all do, but they weren't that frequent, and we were able to move on. I think Carter's favorite part, though, was math. He loved math. But I think that's just more about him than anything, is that he has no problem with counting money. He loves money. It's something really interesting, but he did do that, and he continued to really improve and loved spending time with the teachers in each of the different categories. As a parent, one of the biggest things that we had to learn when we were at that at-home crisis setting is to give him some specific time and some breaks. And that's something I think that we have done this year as we've transitioned from crisis learning to distance learning, is we have a lot of those breaks built in that are natural, needed for the young ones. So hopefully that answers your question.